Today I'm going to show you guys the new Kamerar Brightcast Variable 15 LED light, which is actually inside of this pouch, and it's a 1x1 panel, but it's flexible, so really cool. And it kind of complements the diffused instant pop-up softbox for LED lights. So they made this pop-up softbox here for your LED panels, and it lets you travel very easily, very compact. So if you guys aren't familiar with that, it's basically this folding pop-up softbox, and then you would assemble it using the frames here on the side. So that lets you diffuse your LED light panels on the go, travels very small, but now they have the Kamerar Brightcast Variable 15 to offer, and let's take a look at that. So inside of this pouch here is actually a 1x1 LED light panel. You see that it's flexible here. Now this is the panel itself, and this is the frame that allows it to go on a light stand, and then you can use it as a traditional, 1x1 panel. So there's a wire back here. The way this works is the cable plugs into the output of this frame, and then a wire plugs into the input on the other side, which is D-tap. Then you would attach a V-mount battery on the back of this frame here, like this. Now the V-mount doesn't have any electronics that connects to the frame, so you're basically using the D-tap and you're plugging it in on the side of your battery. Here you have your on-off switch and your dials. So if I kick this on, you'll see a light comes on. We can dim the light. We can also change color temperature. Now the way they did this is so that you can use the light off of the frame. So it's very lightweight, very flexible. So we could stick this on the roof of a car, tape it onto the wall. It's very versatile the way they designed it. They also have these cables set up this way so that you could stack these lights. You can put them side by side or on top of each other and basically build a bigger light source. So you daisy chain them all together. So that's why these wires here are set up this way. But this frame has some Velcro on there, so if we were to stick this on here, that's all it takes to mount it onto a light stand, and it would work like a normal LED light panel. Now, again, they allow you to use this light in different ways, and one of the interesting things that they've done here is it's very durable. It's basically IP67 rated, which is like your iPhone 7. So very well dust sealed and water sealed as well. And that's the panel itself, not the rest of the frame or the battery or anything like that, but the light itself. So just to kind of show you, if we were to turn this light on, let me dim it down for you guys a little bit. We could just take some water and we could pour it onto the panel and it'll be perfectly fine. If you saw up close what this looks like, this panel is very well sealed on the outside. So very durable if you guys want to use this in different type of weather or environments that could be super dusty or dirty or muddy. You could have no problem washing this off. So what we're going to do is measure this against another light panel that I have. Now this one is bicolor. Let me bring in the other light just so we can kind of take a look at what I'm talking about. So over here we have F&V's K4000 bicolor LED panel. Now this is very popular. It's been around for a long time. Good quality light. So for me, it's a good standard to compare it to because this is also bicolor. But there are some differences. This light has 256 LED chips. This light has about 400 LED bulbs. But because it's bicolor, half of the lights are white and the other half are yellow, or daylight and tungsten. So as you can see here, I have it dimmed down just so you can see the bulbs. We have the daylight bulbs on. So take a look at this. If I was to go to tungsten and I dial this down, you'll see that the bulbs will switch. So we have a different row of LED lights on right now. And if I go back, you'll see that the other row of lights are on. So it alternates. So when you have a bicolor LED light with 400 LED bulbs, half of them are daylight and half of them are tungsten, which means that if we were at full daylight, as bright as we can get, only half of the LED bulbs are working. Now this guy only has 256 LED chips. Now I don't say bulbs, I say chips because they're using chip on board, and even though it's 256, the way they're doing bicolor is every chip on here is both daylight and color. So it's not half and half. This is truly 256 LED chips, all in use when you're doing either tungsten or daylight. And it's a very bright light. So let me see if I can turn this around and show you guys full brightness daylight here. So you'll see that it's kind of lighting up my background a little bit. And that is full daylight. And then if I go to tungsten, that's full tungsten right there. And then we'll go back to daylight. So this is, a pretty standard panel that you'll find, very good quality one. But let's kick this guy on at full daylight. And you'll notice that it is even overpowering the F&V. So the F&V is on right now, but this light right here is still overpowering it. Let's turn it on and off. So I have the F&V on full daylight, and with this light we're still able to overpower it. Let me go to tungsten here and let's go back to daylight. So the Kamerar Brightcast LED light is a very powerful light. Even though it only has 256 chips, they are both bicolor and daylight, and it's powerful, good quality light. They have a lot of charts online that show you all the CRI ratings and all the spectrums and all that stuff, so you guys could take a look at that. But the design is probably the most clever thing because it's flexible. It allows you to travel with it in a case like this. Breaks down. You can take the panel off of the frame and use it in a lot of different ways, and it's going to be inexpensive as well. So if you guys are looking to travel super lightweight, take a look at Kamerar's Brightcast LED panel, also matched up with their diffused pop-up softbox. It's a really good compact lighting solution that allows you to travel very small and lightweight. And so for information about Kamerar's Brightcast LED light, I'll have a link below this video or on the blog at cheesycam.com.